Now, let's get into the responses. Let's get into the responses from them to Linus about this situation. Let's start reading through it. Still in imaging? Yeah. All right, our response to Linus Sebastian posted several hours ago on Gamers Nexus response to Linus Sebastian's Wine Show segment. Intro. On January 17th, 2025, Linus Sebastian, founder and CVO of Linus Media Group and property Linus Tech Tips, explicitly requested that we produce, quote, receipts relating to comments we have previously made. The quote is below. I would also be curious to see receipts for the claims that we have a, quote, history of failure to resolve issues or unprofessionalism in prior communications. Linus Sebastian. Which, oh boy, oh no, uh-oh. This absolute doofus. Like, I know Linus doesn't know a lot about, being detail-oriented or specific, but let me tell you, if there is one group of people who are good at being detail-oriented and very freaking specific, it's Steven Gamers Nexus. You are poking a bear. Sebastian on multiple occasions insinuated that we were defaming him and his company and suggested that we are being dishonest. In our publication on this page, upon explicit request from Linus Sebastian, we will be providing the requested evidence. We will also provide corrections to his additional errors. The evidence provided highlights the following, all of which occurred prior to Gamers Nexus' 2023 video, so before this all started. This was a very big mistake on his part. Quote, plagiarism by Linus Tech Tips of Gamers Nexus content wherein we previously privately reached our out without resolution. No way! What? What? They plagiarized them? Are you... Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, they're fucked now. Oh, they're so cooked. Unprofessional and aggressive communications in private. History of failure to resolve data accuracy issues that were privately raised. We have spent several years keeping all of this information private as a courtesy. However, with recent demands from Linus Sebastian to produce, quote, receipts, and with his segment containing numerous factual errors, we are now providing the details below. This is the dumbest. Linus is a moron. Linus is a fucking idiot. He just released he literally asked them to open the floodgates and tell everything about them. Everything. You can call Steve many things, but he keeps receipts for everything. Yeah, dick meat hornet's nest. Additional history of Linus Sebastian's failure to resolve issues of unprofessionalism in prior communications are available, however, as a continuing, ongoing, and professional courtesy. Only the minimum amount of interaction are presented below that are needed to prove the claims that we made and provide requested evidence. So he's literally saying here, we are not dumping everything we have. There is more, and it's worse. But we are only putting out what is necessary to prove that Linus sucks. Shocking. Shocking that there's enough content there that you can just release a smidgen of it and you can see what a wild little loser he is. Incorporate a public call-out was literally the worst threat you could throw, and not threatening was seriously unwise. Yeah. Minimum of, oh hell. Oh god, yeah. Context. In this publication by Linus Media Group on the WAN Show and LMG Clips, the later of which was originally entitled Is Gamers Nexus Ethical Journalism? Later renamed to Linus Emailed Gamers Nexus. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Bro. I didn't know that. Oh my god. And most recently renamed, most recently, again, wait, they renamed it 3 times? And most recently renamed to, Can Linus and Gamers Nexus ever be friends again? Sebastian stated the following, dude, they're actually trying to just clip farm. Linus out here trying to be the bigger man, act like he's the bigger man, when in all reality, he's trying to clip farm with the titles. This is, what the hell? Since we're at this, I would also be very curious to see the receipts for the claims that we have a history of failure to resolve issues or unprofessionalism in prior communications. Okay, GN further writes, we previously had non-public contact with the organization, LMG here, about similar matters that were not resolved satisfactorily or wherein we sometimes were the recipients of aggressive messaging pertaining to review topics. That is an extraordinary claim that I believe requires extraordinary evidence. Oh, here's your extraordinary evidence. Let's get farming and more, trying not to look like they're aggro. Yeah, all LTT videos get renamed, re-thumbnailed 3 times over 24 hours for clickbait. I've seen it constantly. Oh my god, dude. So cringe. It's so desperate. Man, for the full context of this clip, you may watch from approximately 10:22 until approximately 12:38. This is what we believe contextualizes the request for receipts. Of course, you may want to watch the entire video if you like and decide what you believe the context is. It is linked above. On the screen during the above quote, Linus Sebastian reads from a Gamers Nexus mini site post, clicking the problem with Linus Tech Tips accordion, wherein we stated our responding for our reasoning for not contacting Linus Sebastian or Linus Media Group in advance of publication of the video entitled "The Problem with Linus Tech Tips: Accuracy, Ethics, and Responsibility," published on August 14th, 2023. The criteria being discussed is included in full below. 6 different criteria were met, of which this is one of them. Criteria met for no contact. History of failure to resolve issues or unprofessionalism in prior communications. We previously had non-public contact with organizations about the similar matters that were not resolved satisfactorily or wherein we sometimes were recipient of aggressive messaging pertaining to review topics. Gamers Nexus. All criteria that were met can be found here. So this is them basically, not only are they about to dump a absolute metric shitload of documentation proving that Linus is an unprofessional, whiny little man baby, but also, they are about to show you very clearly that they were 100% within the right to not tell Linus they were going to drop the video, because this is a rule of journalism. There is a clause for why it can be subverted to contact a source. It's right there. And if they have proof of this, they have proof of this. And I believe we are about to find it right here. Number 1, plagiarism receipt 1, history of failure to resolve issues, context. In a September 16th, 2022 publication of The WAN Show with over 2 million views, the biggest tech divorce, Linus Sebastian read from a script about the EVGA NVIDIA split. The script was nearly identically matched the order, topics, and words of a Gamers Nexus report with 1,800,000 views, and yet has no time in the segment did Linus cite Gamers Nexus. At no point did they cite Gamers Nexus as its author. As additional context, this incident closely followed a Gamers Nexus video published on August 12, 2022, 1 month prior to the EVGA WAN Show segment, where Gamers Nexus publicly criticized Linus Media Group relating the LMG's warranty policies. So it was, I remember this. I remember this vividly. That people were talking about the warranty policy issues back then, and Linus started getting very. Oh, I know why. Wait, I see what happened here. Okay, I can explain this to you pretty simply. So, Gamers Nexus talked about the warranty policy issues, where Linus was literally on a "just trust us, bro" warranty, where they didn't have a real warranty for any of their very expensive products, and they were criticized for it. After that, Linus started to, like a man-child that he is, started to not reference or talk about Gamers Nexus in any context. He would completely ignore them. So what happened here more than likely was that Linus did plagiarize that video, they plagiarized that script, and they just didn't want to mention who Gamers Nexus was because he was still pissed and angry about it. So they were perfectly fine reading out the script and then not referencing them at all as a petty little jab. In regards to the plagiarism, Linus Media Group never satisfactorily resolved the issue or publicly acknowledged this theft of content or lack of citation. Gamers Nexus did not previously bring this issue publicly. EVJ coverage context. Gamers Nexus was one of the 3 members of the media with access to the story that EVJ would quit manufacturing video cards. Further, Gamers Nexus was the only party of the 3 which was familiar with several matters of the EVJ/NVIDIA split. Gamers Nexus was the only party privy to the additional information as this conversation was held in Mandarin Chinese between the author, Steve Burke, and the EVJ CEO, Andrew Han. No other parties to the conversation spoke Mandarin. As a result, Gamers Nexus had exclusive access to several pieces of information. Evidence cited here. Okay, so this is. Let me see if I can read the email. It's a little small. Maybe I can zoom it in a little bit. There we go. Okay, this is better. Yeah, I can zoom it in. Hey guys, this is related to the LTT WAN show coverage of EBJ story that Gamers Nexus published, including some exclusive details that were obtained without the presence or knowledge of the only two other outlets informed of the matter. I'm reaching out privately about the issue as a courtesy for the situation, which was pretty serious. We wanted you to be aware of an instance of reproduction of Gamers Nexus materials by Linus Media Group without attribution. This type of reproduction of content without attribution damages our ability to self-fund further investigations that may require travel and extensive time commitment. As you may be aware, reproduction of work is not just the word-for-word reproduction of content, but also the reproduction of the order of presentation and uniqueness of the detail when it was not common knowledge prior. We know this is a breaking story, and we have no problem with other outlets covering it as long as it's done properly. GN obtained exclusive details after the meeting was over directly from EVGA's CEO and from current and former EVGA staff, as well as during private conversations. That means no other primary sources and had some of the information in our own report. We had the source, and we are the origin of it, and we were the only ones who published some of the information, so it's easy to see when plagiarism occurs, often accidental from writers not trained on journalism. Here is an example. And then, yeah, this is citing all the evidence right here. See, it's just citing, like, the almost one-to-one descriptions between the two scripts. The above is a reproduction of work in the same order, with nearly the same words, the same meaning, and without attribution. Let's read a couple of them, actually. GN, existing customers will remain supported by EVGA GP2 warranties. LTT, they have committed to support the remaining EVGA GP2 warranties. GN, EVGA has withheld inventory to help replace fulfilled cards needed. They have apparently withheld inventory to help replace filled cards as needed. This is... Oh, come on, man. EVGA expects to be run out of RTX 30 series video cards by the end of 2022. They expect to run out of RTX 30 cards in the span of the next few months. EVGA is staying in business. They are staying in business. EVGA is not selling the business. They are not planning to sell. EVGA will not expand into new production categories. They haven't telegraphed any near-term expansion into new categories. Additionally, our video was only public primary source for the percent markup of EVGA's revenue. LTT, there was at least some financial factoring into the decisions. What we see from the numbers is that they have been reported here are that EVGA's revenue was at about 78% graphics cards, about 20% power supplies, and it's worth noting here that was at a 3% higher margin than graphics cards, and 2% everything else. Further later in the WAN show, LMG presents quotes from EVGA's CEO directly to Gamers Nexus without attribution that were not published in other online sources as embargoes lift, and which those sources may not have been privy to. My assumption is that all of this was an issue of a writer failing to avoid hopefully accidental plagiarism, and that Linus then read those materials from the writer without knowledge it was from us. I want to extend this professional courtesy and give the benefit of the doubt by reaching out privately and informing you of the event so that LMG can avoid this in future. Thank you, Steve. Right? I like that he has his signage in Mandarin Chinese down there too. That's very forward thinking. They thought he could get away with this and no one was going to say anything. Well, I mean, no one said anything for a while, clearly. But, okay, Linus's response. Teeny tiny little response. Let's see, what did he say? I will speak with our team about sourcing any citations going forward. Hopefully, we avoid something like this happening again. In the meantime, I've pinned a comment thanking both Jay and you for the excellent reporting. Smiles. Hey, Linus. Thanks for a quick reply and action. Schools don't really teach this stuff properly, at least in the US lol, so I can understand how inexperienced writers could make those mistakes. Thank you. Okay, so... it's pretty non-answer, honestly. But all right, let's continue on. As of January 3rd, 2025, nearly 3 years later, there has been no public acknowledgement of the plagiarism, nor a retraction of the content in the WAN show upload with 2 million views. The WAN show upload and LMG Clips videos do not reference or cite Gamers Nexus either verbally or on screen at any point for the EVGA story. In the LMG Clips subsequent upload, with an additional... oh, they uploaded the clip again! With an additional 107,000 views as of the publication, there was still been no attribution to Gamers Nexus in any form, including pinned comment. Are you kidding me? What the On the When show's 2 million view upload, as of the publication, there has still been no attribution to Gamers Nexus in any form, including a pinned comment. The only change made after responding to our emails was a pinned comment stating, "Shout out to Jay's 2 Cents and Steve," which is not the same as citation, without ever acknowledging Gamers Nexus or the plagiarism or naming the author in full. This does not adequately cite author. That's so petty. You know he did that out of pure petty, vindictive little baby rage, that he only said Steve. You know it. Without ever acknowledging Gamers Nexus or the plagiarism or naming the author in full. This does not adequately cite the author and does not resolve the issue. Jay's 2 Cents has already been cited verbally in the piece. Gamers Nexus reached out privately and in good faith to inform Linus Tech Tips of a serious issue. The expectation was that LTT LMG would resolve this satisfactorily and inform the public of any wrongdoing. The public was never informed, and Gamers Nexus was never attributed. There it is. Honestly, that's all I would need to see to be completely proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they did the right thing in not contacting Linus before releasing that video in 2023. This is that's so blatant, man. That's so blatant. Why is it LTD can't seem to make good calls these days? First, they treat people like shit. Now they treat other journalists like shit. The fuck is going on over there? It is all Linus. Linus is the key problem with that company, and it will never go away because Linus is a narcissist, and Linus will continue to do this same shit forever. Why do we expect anything better from him, man? Data errors 2, receipt 2, history of failure to resolve issues. Context. In this thread, which was cordial by all parties, we privately addressed a number of errors made in the video. Delitting a $1,000 CPU worth the risk? These errors contributed to the presented platform instability and poor thermal results shown at various points in the video. These were not publicly corrected by LTT LMG as this predates our 2023 publication. Evidence ordered left to right. Okay. Hopeless Wall, since visiting, was looking for at your deleted videos. We have deleted and tested all of the i9s over the past few weeks, along with Coffee Lake. I think some of your thermal numbers were a result of a few factors below, and we have had much different results. So basically, he's messaging him to be like, "Hey, I think your stats were inaccurate. I think you did the testing wrong, right?" And then he goes into the technical explanations of why he thinks that they were wrong. Adding Anthony, who has worked on the prep for this video, any thoughts? Hey, Steve, I'll go ahead and respond point by point and try to give some ideas about what we did for testing of these points in particular. And then he gives his explanations of how he thinks it was fine. Steve responds again, and basically he very clearly disagrees and secedes some points to them. But continuing. We reached out privately and alerted Linus Sebastian to the issues. Sebastian copied a staff writer. We felt the communication was cordial. However, Linus Tech Tips never posted a pinned comment, never updated the description, and never otherwise publicly noted the numerous test setup errors on the video in question. As of the date of this publication, which is around 7 years later, the video has 2,292,280 views as of January 20th, 2025. This was not included in our August 23 coverage, and it was from several years prior, and we only focused on the most recent years of errors as discussed in that video. Remember Linus saying that doing that testing again was too much work? Yeah, of course, yeah. Okay, editorial dispute. Receipt 3, unprofessionalism and prior communications. Oh, boy. Oh, we got to read all of these ones. On June 21st, Gamers Nexus of 2021, June 2nd of 2021, Gamers Nexus did both replied and tweeted about a Reddit thread relating to the pricing of the RTX 3080 Ti cards, preceding the launch of the 3070 Ti. The full conversations included below and occurred on June 11th, 2021, following the launch of the 3070 Ti. As it is from an ongoing text thread, which may contain discussions from earlier or following events and does not have a clear start and stop points, if Linus Sebastian publicly requests any prior of the following text message to be published, then we will amend the article with additional evidence. We later privately followed up via email, providing the Reddit thread and timeline of further assured Sebastian that the matter was not related to him. We also prepared to release these emails publicly requested by Sebastian. Okay, let's read through these. This is kind of a big text wall. Okay. So Linus texting Steve, driving now, but I saw a snippet of your 3070 Ti video, and frankly, I'm a little confused. I don't see the $100 difference in the 3070 and 3070 Ti pricing when looking at a like-for-like card, accounting for that. There is some variance in this kind of marketplace. I'll look at it in more detail after WAN show, but it appears the suggestion is that secondary market pricing is dedicated by MSRP rather than performance. I wonder if you have any mistaken correlation of causation. Obviously, in many cases, the MSRP are set according to what the manufacturer believes the market will bear. To see them track together shortly after the release of the product and not give them, and not give time for equalization shows either ignorance or the situation or an attempt to stir up shit. I would like to think, I assume this is neither. Obviously, in many cases, so I would like to think it's either. Like I said, I'll go back and have a good look later. I had a chance to check out the segment. Correlation, as you know, is not the same as causation. I'm also not 100% sure which of my points you were... Oh, I see! So Steve had a disagreement with Linus in the video. Steve disagreed with some of Linus's points, and this is his cry wall to Steve getting mad about it. That's what this text conversation is. Oh my god. I was not 100% sure which of my points you were trying to counter. I was confused. I was like, is he like getting into a technical argument about something? No, it's because they mentioned Linus Tech Tips. You seem to be acknowledging that MSRPs have risen when my whole point is that the 3080 Ti's price performance only looks out of whack when we compare the September 3080 MSRP. One second. Let's see, where is it? I said that $500, a $500 increase would not mean 3080 Ti are priced $500 higher than the 3080 in the secondary market. I was saying that our planet Earth, the MSRPs other than Founder, good luck getting one of those, are not far off. It's really a shame that you didn't wait for the 3080 add 3080 Ti and 3080 Ti to equalize like I said they would. They are already going for within a couple of $100 for each other. That, like I said they would. Awkward. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Bro is so mad. Bro is so mad. Dude, my eyes would be bulging if my phone blew up and I got these messages from another creator, let me tell you. This is nutters. Part of your research, besides scripting and numbers, might have been to reach out to someone who with more experience buying, selling hardware in the secondary market. As you admitted, it's not your wheelhouse. I am happy to make time for you any time of day. All you need to do is call. You know that. I could have advised you that using bang for the buck order cards might yield different results from Halo cards. AMD cards also behave differently. I don't personally give a shit about shots fired or whatever, but your approach here had a wide and likely a lasting effect beyond me. You're not a 2-bit channel no one watches anymore. Just try to keep that in mind. Holy shit, that last part was dripped in venom. This last part was dripped in venom and anger. He's so mad. You say shortly after I tracked data for the past 365 days, not just shortly after. Happy to talk in more depth over the weekend or something. So Steve's being pretty professional here. I'm good for now. I'm good for now, man. Smiles. Bro, this bro is doing an intimidation tactic. This is straight up intimidation. Yeah, this is straight up intimidation, bro. This is wild. Comparison was high-end cards because we were looking at high-end cards. Have a good weekend. Oh my god. This is... Yeah, no, I completely... Fuck Linus. Fuck Linus. I completely understand why they didn't come forward. Dude, this is the most actually absurd way to communicate with a fellow colleague in the space. Like, this is ridiculous. New season, new villain arc? Yeah. Ultimately, I'm not willing to put myself in NVIDIA's shoes with how they set their prices. TI was $1K until the last minute. It's a money grab for TI that's significantly underclassed in a relative perf versus previous TI generations. Let's see. This is the next one. Okay. Which has nothing to do with my point about secondary market pricing being dictated by performance rather than MSRP. Also, you've been doing this long enough to know that there's not much of a pattern there. 880 Ultra was famously the same fucking card as the 880 GTX. It's annoying, but it's not newsworthy lamau. At least it's not sexual harassment again, I guess? Yeah, I guess. I thought your defense was a little aggressive towards other reviewers. The tone was pretty abrasive, considering it was a defense of your content. I understood why though, and I know what it's like to get those downvotes. Part of what we ran was justifying some of your segments, e.g., with the lower versus higher end part. We don't leave numbers out that favored you guys. I just disagree fundamentally about how price was set by NVIDIA. The silicon could have been gone to cheap cars now. Those will get phased out and put for MSRP for nearly no gain. Totally not. Wait, so I gotta go to the next one. Totally tone deaf of them. This isn't secondary market, though. There's no primary market for there to be secondary market. The nib sales of a brand new GPU isn't really secondary. I think we're talking about different things. I'm talking about now with the new cards and in the immediate future, e.g. a few months maybe. Now I'm having a hard time figuring out what you were trying to address. I'm gonna prep to go live. Already late. What's new? I was clarifying my original points. Remember, you're the one who tagged me in this. I was just reinstating my position. Just because you don't at me doesn't mean people are. Ain't no way! Ain't no way, bro! Ain't no way! Fucking Linus Hard R Sebastian! Oh my god! I'm not reading it! I'm not reading it in public! Yeah, that's not very brand friendly, Mr. Sex Tips! He said the thing that Arthur says sometimes. Oh. Holy shit! Dude, this is beyond unprofessional. This is beyond unprofessional. It's so beyond it. The 2005 came out there. Yeah. People aren't R-worded enough to misunderstand this. I have no choice but to respond. Linking tweet. It wasn't about you. It was about the comments I saw on Reddit. Then I'll reiterate, that's not a 2-bit channel and would be good to consider the kind of brigading your actions can create in the future. Oh my god, I can't believe this is wild. Brother, it's fucking crazy. Look, listen. Okay, let me be very clear. I'm not criticizing the use of the R word. Who gives a shit? As an autistic person, I don't give a fuck. Other people can care. I think it's completely their prerogative to not be a fan of it and to be uncomfortable with the word use. Right? I think that is perfectly fine. I don't use it in public often. I try not to. I've tried my best over the years to eliminate it from my vocabulary because I know it offends people, obviously. Like, I don't really have a problem with using it in private either, right? I'm not. If someone finds it, use it in private, it's whatever. Okay, fine. You know, if it's between people, it's okay. Whatever, man. Whatever. I don't care. It's specifically this right here. He's using it in a context to a colleague. A business colleague when he's pissed off at him. That's crazy. Like, that's wild. It's wild to drop that kind of like a hard, like, it's kind of, I mean, it depends on your context. Some people consider it a hard slur, some people consider it a soft slur. That's insane. I just care. It's specifically the context he's using it in. Like, it's the context he's using it in and the place he's using it in is ballistically crazy. My dig would be that I don't throw insults around in writing, not anonymously, that I wouldn't be willing to defend in court. That's fair. Okay. Let's continue. I can't. I'm in shock. I'm in actual shock. I can't. I'm in genuine shock right now. I posted that Wednesday. I didn't even watch your review, dude. I hope you don't think things I tweet are about you. All the things I tweet are about you, lol. Let me make this part clear. That was classic Steve with the very specific timing. That was 3:24 p.m. Wednesday. Embargo lift was Wednesday. I went to bed at 9 a.m. at lift. I woke up at like 3:15 p.m. and I immediately read our comments. I replied to many. I tweeted about that one. I didn't spend my Wednesday watching reviews of the product that just kicked my ass for 18 straight hours. So while I'm quite aware of what litigating had happened, I wouldn't have watched your piece by then to have known you were already getting blasted by viewers to even be aware of what was happening in your camp. I apologize for the misunderstanding. My main concern, once again, Steve apologizing and trying to make good. I apologize for the misunderstanding. My main concern at this point is that you thought this was about you when I was talking about our own commenters. I'm worried you think other stuff I tweet about NVIDIA and viewers are also about you. The only stuff we said about you was in response to the live stream during the stream and in the 70 review. That's it. All right. Like I said, I'm good. Don't worry. The simple truth of the matter is that people just want me to be mad with them, and I'm not, because it's directionless, pointless fury. If NVIDIA has set the MSRP at $5, it would have meant everyone pays $2,000 and scalpers win the lottery. Same fucking thing. This seems secondary to me, though, because I am now more concerned about making sure, again, that you understand that it wasn't some jab at you. I would have tagged you directly if so. Yeah, you would have. I don't comment on what other reviewers say in product reviews or tweets these days, and I haven't in quite a while. Only if flagged by them, I might say something. That's because MSRP doesn't dictate use pricing, which was my whole point, which you seem to still not see. Dude, he is fuming. Yeah, this is also a further evidence that he is a narcissist. That everything is about him. Everything everyone else says is all about him. It has to be all about him. It's specifically about fucking him. That's the text conversation. That is, oh my god. That's incredible. That's incredible. That is incredible. Like, that's something I would say to Sui. That's something I would say to Sui. Like, in private, we're talking about getting each other boy pregnant. Not like, not to another professional reviewer of tech products that I'm screaming at because I think he's shit-talking me. That's wild. We also allege that there were derogatory comments made by Linus Sebastian in a conversation with Steve Burke on a private phone call on August 31st, 2021, at 7:31 p.m. Eastern, lasting for 9 minutes and 43 seconds, where Sebastian referred to Burke as being, quote, less authentic than you used to be. However, with no recording of said call, this can only be alleged and there is no additional evidence to provide. Ultimately, these examples, among others, still being kept private as a courtesy, made me personally uncomfortable engaging in private communication with Linus Sebastian when relating to editorial differences, perceived or actual. Wait, what I said? It doesn't say authentic. Wait. Less autistic than you used to be? What? Yeah, there's a big difference there. Oh my god. What the fuck? What? How is that? What is that? What, bro? How close does he think he was with Steve? How close does he think he was with him? You can't. What the fuck? Linus apparently speaks in the daily life. He likely lives in a Halo lobby. Don't forget, Steve apparently has more than that. Yeah, apparently there is more. There is more. He's only putting out what is necessary to prove his point. That's it. Additional evidence. Gamers Nexus believes that these receipts answer the demand to provide them to support our statements that Sebastian has a history of unprofessionalism in prior communications while still maintaining the minimum possible integrity of the privacy of the conversation. If publicly requested by Linus Sebastian to produce further evidence, Gamers Nexus is prepared to publicly do so. Additional errors for misinterpretation. The WAN Show publication, January 17, 2025, and LMG Clip segment, January 18, 2025, further included several wholly and proverbially inaccurate statements and misinterpretations. In interest of brevity, we are listing only a few of them below. Oh my god. Was he gonna say that he's had sex with Steve's mom at some point? Oh my god. Oh, this is so wild. Okay, errors and misinterpretations. Example 1, special treatment. Linus Sebastian, in his WAN Show segment 318, used the previously published video clip from Ian Cutlass containing errors. This is advanced inaccurate statements that was used as evidence for Sebastian's own erroneous claims. In the time since his video went up, we publicly addressed these timelines, which we will be detailing again below. We believe Linus Sebastian reliance upon these incorrect statements is used as evidence that Gamers Nexus treats Linus Sebastian and Linus Media Group unfairly, and that Gamers Nexus reaches out to other companies in advance, but not Sebastian or LMG. The relevant quote from that clip, which Sebastian included in his recent WAN show addressing Gamers Nexus, is as follows. One part of ethical and investigative journalism is, unless it's covering an explicit crime or breaking the law, reaching out to get a formal response in advance. Gamers Nexus did not with Principal Technologies, that blew up. Gamers Nexus did it with Newegg, and that blew up. Somehow, those companies got special treatment, but Linus Media Group did not. The quote occurred around 3:29 in the LMG clip. Uploaded can be watched in full to further background of the information. These statements relating to Principal Technologies and Newegg are factually incorrect. The fact that these two examples, as published on their site, are as follows. Principal Technologies. Our first story in the mix column involved outreach from Intel and no contact to Principal Technologies. In that story, we stated that we'd be driving over to their offices as the video went live. While possible that they had about 10 minutes heads up if they saw the video, we did not contact before the content because they were the content. Newegg. We did not contact Newegg in a non-public fashion in this piece. In the first piece, we publicly blasted Newegg on Twitter as the first entry, after anonymously contacting customer support, which was part of the review as a consumer. We then published our video. Newegg actually replied to our tweet and asked us to talk. We told them we can talk after our video goes up. I'm not a big fan of disingenuous attempts to fix an issue after it's revealed that the mistreated customer has a following. We ran the video without their comment because it has become a true customer service investigation. Normal customers don't get PR channels, so we refused those channels, and also we publicly exposed them before they even attempted them. It wasn't until we visited them and Newegg had a real chance to comment, see contact to the right. These errors could have been avoided by Linus Sebastian had proper research had been conducted before making impossible and false statements. Further errors have also been documented, but have been held for brevity. So that's like that page that Linus was looking at when he was talking about companies that, like he's looking at that page to cite that specific example. If he had looked anywhere else on that page, he would have found these examples written there too. But he didn't. He didn't. Misinterpretation, example 2. I never got a response, Linus Sebastian. Linus Sebastian on his WAN show segment on January 17th, 2025, timestamp at 14:35, stated that he sent a video messages to Steve Burke of Gamers Nexus following the August 2023 The Problem with Linus Tech Tips videos. Sebastian states, my last message to him was on the day he published the expose, and I never got a response. However, Sebastian did not text Steve Burke's current phone number, yet he had previously been in frequent contact via the current correct number. Here is the timeline. Hold on, I got a sippy though. How the fuck is Linus gonna try to snake his way out of it? He's either gonna say nothing, or he's gonna try to say that that Gamers Nexus is just trying to leak his personal information and start drama. One of the two. One of the two, probably. More than likely the worst option, so the second option, because he's a narcissist, so he cannot stop himself from talking about situations that involve him. In approximate August of 2021, Steve changed the phone numbers due to his prior number leaking publicly. Steve contacted Nick Light, COO of Linus Media Group, and Linus Sebastian, then CEO, to inform them of the change. Several conversations ensued over the following 2 years between Linus and Steve on the phone number, as an already public example of the proves this as follows. At approximately 5 a.m. on March 23rd, 2023, and from the correct phone number, Steve repeatedly called and texted Linus Sebastian's personal number to awaken and alert Sebastian of the channel hack wherein Linus Tech Tips had been compromised and taken over by hackers. I remember when that happened. We talked about that when that happened. Sebastian publicly acknowledged and had shown these texts in this video. Proof right there. Proof that he had his number. He had his phone number. He knew what the number was. My channel was deleted last night. Sebastian and Steve continued to text via this correct and current phone number numerous times in relation to the hacking event. On the date publishing of our August 2023 The Problem with Linus Tech Tips video, Sebastian claims to have texted Steve a lengthy message. Sebastian did not, in fact, text to Steve this to Steve's correct phone number. After investigation, we found that it sent to Steve's prior phone number, one which Sebastian had not sent any text to since approximately July of 9th of 2021, years prior. On January 17th of 2025, Linus Sebastian claims he, quote, never got a response from a 2023 message he sent to a number no longer actively monitored by Steve, but still held in storage for security reasons. Substantial evidence exists, and we are prepared to provide more upon Sebastian's public request to demonstrate that Linus Sebastian has been aware of and has actively engaged with Steve's correct phone number for at least 2 years preceding the messages shared on January 17, 2025. This is a mischaracterization of the actual events and publicly unfairly depicts Gamers Nexus, and in particular Steve Burke, in a negative light. Additional errors and conclusion. If Linus Sebastian would like to make a public video requesting our further elaboration, he can do so and then provide us with full transcripts of his WAN show segment. We will proceed to go line by line and dispute all false timelines, inaccuracies, and omissions from his WAN show segment, for which there are many more. Short of that, we have provided the above examples of some of the critical errors from the video and provided the request and sufficient receipts evidence of our claims. Email the Linus Media Group. He's the email that they sent to him. Upon publication of this article, we sent an email to Linus Media Group's executive team. The email enclosed is below. Taryn, Linus, Luke, and Nick. In LMG's WAN show segment, Linus Sebastian stated the following. And then, yeah, the email escalates tensions in the highest severity and necessitates our response. Sebastian also stated, I would also be curious on the receipts. Given the severity of these accusations and what we perceived to be veiled threats, and given the direct request of receipts by Linus Sebastian on the show, please find the following information. We have published our official response to the WAN show segment on our website. In our publication, upon explicit request by Linus Sebastian, we provide receipts, evidence regarding Sebastian and the result, Linus Media Group and Linus Tech Tips' history of failure to resolve, unprofessionalism in prior communications, as well as corrections of several of Sebastian's inaccuracies, false statements, and misleading representations. We unequivocally deny and reject your statements and false claims of defamation. In contrast, we assert that the provably false and misleading statements that have been distributed by Linus Media Group as a company and Linus Sebastian in his own personal capacity have caused an extensive and significant harm to Gamers Nexus LLC and the owner Steve Burke in both a direct financial manner as well as a significant reputational manner. That constitutes to be unmitigated and accurate additional damages which each passing day that the content is allowed to propagate knowingly false information, including, but not limited to, Linus Media Group's continued profiting off of the content plagiarizing from Gamers Nexus LLC. We view your coverage as irresponsible, negligent, and damaging. Fuck, man. Oh, so he's guilty, and he's doing like a Wolf of Wall Street play to try to get out of it? Yes. Basically, Nexus is saying, if you think we are lying, sue us and we'll see you in court. Honestly, no, this is, if anything, signaling to me that they want to sue them now. Frankly speaking, I feel Linus Sebastian has provided a manipulative and deceptive offer to try to bury the hatchet, create a, quote, team media and encourage a brotherhood, as if it's a personal spat between friends. I believe Sebastian's statements are intended to diminish the seriousness and impact of any criticism by any creator towards Linus Sebastian or Linus Media Group and suppress current and future coverage. Sebastian's recent calls for friendship were accompanied by a serious legal allegation and claims regarding the ethical and motives behind our entire business. We believe that this is a play on parasocial relationships, reinforced by Linus Media Group decision to retitle the LMG clip, Can Linus and Gamers Nexus Ever Be Friends Again? Where it paints Gamers Nexus as a friend who just needs to make up with LTT so things can go back to normal. This suppresses dissenting views by pretending to be everyone's friend, so a legitimate critique seems like a personal attack to onlooking viewers. At this stage, Linus Media Group and Gamers Nexus have both made statements which are extremely serious. This is far beyond presenting a front of friendliness, and I am respectfully requesting that Linus Sebastian drops the facade publicly as well as ceases the repeated personal emails requesting as much, as it is personally making me extremely uncomfortable. Holy shit! So he's emailing him, dude. Oh my god. I feel like I'm watching a really good lawyer give an amazing final speech to the jury. Yeah. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't hit him with a cease and desist already. Stop Linus' petty bullshit. He really should, honestly. He should. That said, I think Linus Media Group has some well-intentioned, extremely intelligent people, including Luke Lafar, and I feel there still be benefit and open discussion regarding relating to his efforts on LMG Labs, the industry, or coverage types. That's it. Okay, so a company, if Luke wishes to, or if Luke and Linus Sebastian collectively only, which, oh shit, he's literally like, I will not speak to Linus alone. Wish to speak privately, please feel free to let me know if we can talk. Given the legal nature of Linus Sebastian's allegations, though, and on advice from our attorneys, we are neither willing nor able to discuss this specific topic further, and any further contact related to this matter will instead be forwarded to Gamers Nexus LLC attorney if a response is necessary. We will be at Computex and available on Friday, May the 23rd, and can book a meeting room for a private discussion such as testing hardware in the industry or other topics unrelated to the matter if Luke wishes to do so. Ah! Holy shit. Steve Burke, editor-in-chief, Gamers Nexus. This is... now, see, here's the unfortunate thing is that many people won't read this because it's a blog post on a website. Because it's not in video form, many people will not hear about this or know about this. But this is a bombshell. This is an absolute bombshell. This basically nukes Linus Sebastian's public image permanently. Like, he looks so bad through this. He looks unbelievably bad through this. I'm kind of shocked at how bad he looks, honestly. It's just like, wow. Like, actually, wow. So not only is he giving Linus the middle finger, he's giving Luke a chance to get out of the circus as well. Fantastic power play, kind of, yeah. I thought everyone already hated him, or did everyone? No, there's a lot of people who are very parasocial for Linus, and there's a lot of people who still they're still like pro Linus. There are people out there, but this is bad. This is really bad. There will, of course, still be people who will defend him and be like, "Nah, bro, that shit's cash." But, ooh.